Yo, 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 what's good? What's poppin'? What's happening? Family, it's your boy, Talented Brandon J. What's good, man? Welcome back. Where we at? Fall 25, another one. We done approached another one. Summer has come and gone. We back at it. Here I am with the channel again, man. We're gonna keep it consistent this time around and drop these videos every week. And yeah, man, we back. What's happening? Yo, so school's back in for most places. At least for me, I'm back at Pomona. Pomona College has started back already. Some of the UCs, I don't think a lot of the UCs have started back yet. UCR doesn't start back until the 25th, so I haven't started back there yet. But we back at Pomona, man. We 3 weeks in. We just finished up the third week technically, but it's pretty much my first week. Well, last week was my first week because I was away and out of the country for the first week. So yeah, and then what it was the first week. First week was the second week was a holiday weekend. So the holiday week on the second week. So yeah, that's what that was all about. But I was out of the country for the first week. So this is my third week. This is technically the third week, but my first official week back with them. So it's been dope. It's been nice. Energy in the classroom is really dope. Got some really good energy in both of my classes there, and seems like it's going to be a really, really good semester. I'm liking it already. I'm loving it. It's feeling good. I'm feeling good. Coming fresh off the summer. Yo, man, tell me about you guys' summer, man. I can't wait to hear about some of y'all's summers, man. If something, you know what I'm saying, went down, something big, something cool or fun. If you did something cool or fun, you know what I mean? Let me know about it. Tell me about it. You know how I am. I want to hear about what you got going on, especially those that I know out there that follow the channel, man. Holla at your boy. Let me know what's going on with you. Yeah, man, just welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, man, what can we talk about? Man, the summer was good. Summer was good. Summer was good. I cannot complain, man. Summer it was all right. I spent for the first time. This is the first time in over 10 years I haven't worked and taught summer school. So that was new and a bit odd for me. It took some getting used to because I'm used to working. I must have worked every summer for the past, at least the past 10 years. At least I've been working every summer. So, but this was the first summer I didn't work completely. Completely didn't work this summer. So, as far as taught, I didn't teach anything. So, that was pretty good, man. To be honest with you, it felt pretty good. It felt pretty good. And yeah, I was concerned about it at first, but it ended up working out, man. And it was nice to have all that time, but it was weird to have all that time. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to working. I'm used to doing something all the time, consistently. And to not have something to do work related was a bit weird for me. It was a bit weird. It was a little odd, man. It took some getting used to. But I must say, I liked it. I dug it. I was I'm like, yo, it's hard to get back into it now after having so much time off. So I don't know, man. Next summer it might be the same. I might work the first half of the summer and be off the second half, or vice versa. I might be off the first half and then work the second half. I'll see how it goes, but I don't know, man. I liked it. I had one of my daughters with me. My daughter came home and spent the summer with me after finishing her first year at Grambling State. So she hung out with me this summer for the first half of the summer, and that was really dope. I mean, I love that. I love seeing her. She brings nothing but joy to me. You know what I mean? So I had her with me and hanging out and doing things. She's training hard and doing her thing with the soccer. In fact, just made the player of the week or defensive player of the week. So shout out to her. Shout out to Alana J over at Grambling State University women's soccer team doing her thing. So yeah, man, had her with me. You know, we did the thing. You know, we at the beach. We did a little bit of fishing, bike rides on the beach. What else, man? Oh man, just hanging out. You know what I mean? Went to a dope concert. Yeah, that's some of the stuff I did, man. We went to a concert. The Roots had the Roots picnic concert. We went to that. That was really dope. Got the seats. You know what I'm saying? We was all the way up in the nosebleeds. You know what I mean? I mean, at the Hollywood Bowl, but I mean, it was still dope seats to me. But we was all the way up at the top, just having a great, you know what I'm saying, good old time. And before I knew it, man, somebody walked up to me. White lady walked up to me and just was like, because I got my 1-year-old too, so I had my 1-year-old at the concert too. She rocking out to me, rocking out too. I'm standing in the aisles, I'm listening to the Roots, you know what I mean, and it was the Roots. And the Roots is a band. For those who may follow this channel and not familiar with some of these hip hop groups, the Roots is a hip hop group. And they put on a picnic and they in this tour, so it went to different cities, cities and states. But when they were here at the Hollywood Bowl in June, I went to that, and so it was the Roots and Friends, and they had Goody Mob. Goody Mob was there. Lil Kim was there. Method Man, Redman. Raekwon from Wu-Tang. Who else? Somebody else. E40. E40 was there. Yeah, man, it was just really dope. And like at the beginning of the concert, we sitting down and we chilling and vibing. The vibe was nice, you know what I mean? People out. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, looking good. Hollywood Bowl, it's an amphitheater, so you know we outside. Sun's going down, so it's nice. The weather was really good. It wasn't too hot. And then white lady came up to me as I'm standing in the aisle and was like, "Yo, man, I like you guys' energy." She was like, "You guys want to move closer to the stage?" I was like, so I look at her. I was like, "How close to the stage?" She said, "Box seats." So I look at her, then I look at her up and down because I don't know. So I give her the up and down look, checking her out like, "Are you legit?" She was, and then she shows me her lanyards. She was like, "I work here. I really like you guys' energy. We got some seats up front. Why don't you come down? We'll upgrade you." I was like, "Cool." She helped us with all our stuff. Because you know we got the cooler and the blankets and whatever. It's Hollywood Bowl. You can bring your own drinks and whatnot in there. So she helped us take it, and we go all the way down, right in front of the stage, box seats, upgraders. So we pretty much watched the whole concert from the box seat. So that was super super dope, man. Who would have thought it? Like, with the free upgrade. So that was awesome. What else? Yeah, man, hung out with the family. And what else? They had the concert. What else we do? What else we got going on? I mean, I got a highlight. of the summer. The highlight of my summer, what ended the summer, was I was able to get. I went out of the country for the first time. So for the first time ever, I went out of the country. Went to Paris, France, and oh my God, yeah, man, and it was just me. Long story, less long. I have my mentor at the ballet company. Was invited to a wedding, and of a friend of hers was getting married, and also former ballet student of hers. So they had a destination. Her and her husband had a destination wedding in France, and the wedding was in Normandy, France. So it's in the countryside. So my mentor then, some things happened. She fell a little ill, and health started having some health complications, and then wanted me to escort her to the wedding. But let me go back. Before that, she's going to this wedding, and the bride asked her to choreograph a bride and groom dance for them, and she accepted. But she also accepted, like knowing like that's not like her real that's not really like her bag. But she knows that it's that's my thing. So she asked me. She calls me BJ. So she says, BJ, would you help me choreograph this thing for this friend of mine? And just on the strength of her, I'm like, oh, absolutely, no problem. Yeah, we can do that. That's easy. Send me the music, and you know what I mean. We'll figure it out. So we did that. Then as we do a rehearsal, and I meet the couple via Zoom, to practice their dance, to start teaching them their dance. And then my mentor comes up with the idea of inviting me. She was like, I'm gonna see if I can make that happen. She said it'd be really cool if you could, come with me. Really as like a babysitter, to be honest, because I just can't do a lot. Like I'm on a lot of medications due to these health complications. And I was like, absolutely, man. For this lady, I pretty much do whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'll go with y'all. If that's what you want, we could ride out there together. It's all good. Paris, cool. So then it got to a point where she just didn't feel comfortable going out of the country with those health issues, under new medication and all these different things that she had to do. So she just didn't feel comfortable. So she just gifted all her reservations to me and sent me in her place. So I went to this wedding, and I don't know any of these people. I've never seen any of these people before, but they all, my mentor speaks highly of me. I met them once through Zoom, and I made, leading up to the wedding, I made them a video on YouTube for the dance, and I ended up doing the bride and groom dance, the father-daughter dance, and the mother-son dance. So now I'm gifted all these reservations. So the package was, yes, the wedding was in Normandy, France, but my mentor was also going to spend some time in Paris, spend like 4 days in Paris before going to Normandy. It's just an hour and a half train ride from Paris to Normandy. So now I'm like going to Paris, and now I'm in Paris, man, and I'm out of the country for the first time, and I get a passport, and I didn't even have a passport, y'all. I went and got me a passport. Was a little scared that that I wasn't gonna be able to get a passport. You know what I mean? I got some got some things, but that's another story for another time. And so I just tried my luck, man, because I tried before and wasn't able to get one. I was like, I tried my luck again and was able to get a passport. And I was like, oh, Lord, this is about to happen. So I get the passport, man, and get on the thing and go to get on the plane and get all the reservations, and everything is booked. Airbnb in France is booked, and everything going to the wedding. So, yo, it was beautiful. Paris was beautiful. I've never experienced anything like that. Like, it was so dope. So dope. I mean, the buildings, like these buildings were so old and been around. You could tell these buildings been around for like hundreds of years, and these are just their buildings, like where they live and where shops are, and it's just the whole place of Paris, the city of Paris, just looks rich. You know what I mean? In just culture. There was the cobblestone streets and these giant tall old buildings. Like, you smell, like, as soon as I walked into the Airbnb building, or the building where my Airbnb was, it was a loft. Like, as soon as I walked into the building, I smelled the age of the building. Like, it was crazy, and which I think is so dope, right? And and then there's the restaurant culture in Paris. I mean, there's a restaurant every 10 steps. Every 10 steps, there's a restaurant. And it's all outdoor seating. The weather was perfect. I suggest going to Paris in August because that was the perfect weather. It was the perfect time to go. I mean, it was beautiful. Food, the museums. I went to Notre Dame, the big cathedral or Catholic church. Beautiful place. I mean, it was huge. So much history. Like, there's these just giant paintings in the building. I didn't even get a chance to do like all the touristy stuff because you just don't have enough time to do everything in just a couple of days. So I did what I could, man. I did a lot of walking around. Like, I just walked, and everything was in walking distance. Like, the Airbnb that I had was in the perfect location. I believe the city was called Saint Denis. Americans will probably, when you read it, it'll read Saint Denis, but I think they pronounce it Saint Denis. And it was like slap dab in the middle of everything. All the restaurants, all the bars, nightclubs, jazz clubs. I went to a live jazz club. I mean, the way they just embrace the arts there is like really beautiful. Like, the way I describe Paris is as if Paris, the city of Paris, is just one big moving painting. Like, everything everything within that painting is an art form. Like, there's music, even the food is a part of an art form. That's why there's just so many restaurants. You know what I mean? To choose from, like I said, and I can't stress this enough. When I say every 10 steps, I mean every 10 steps. There's a restaurant or a cafe or a bakery. Oh my God, the bakeries. The bakeries. Yo, I had a croissant every morning. Every morning, croissant. And I love croissants. Like, I love croissants. To have an actual French croissant and they taste different. They taste different than the ones we get here in the States. Man, it was just amazing, amazing, man. What else I get to do? Like I said, I didn't get a chance. You just don't get a chance to do everything. I couldn't go to all the museums. You know what I mean? I wanted to go to the Louvre, but I didn't get a chance to go inside that. I did a lot of walking around. I pretty much ran to the one morning. I got up and went for a jog, and ended up. And as I'm running, I look up and I see the Eiffel Tower, and I'm like, "Oh shoot, the Eiffel Tower!" So I just kept running towards the Eiffel Tower. I ended up pretty much running to the Eiffel Tower. And then my last night there, I found, I said, I want to sit down at a restaurant, have my last drink in Paris before I went to, actually, that was my last drink in Paris before I got on the plane to come back to the States the next morning. And I sat down and found me a restaurant where I could see the Eiffel Tower lit up because, it lights up at night, and sit outside, have me a drink, chill one last time in Paris, and it was beautiful, man. It was so awesome. And then on my first time ever going out of the country, like that's how God worked, bro. Like my first time going out of the country is pretty much an all expense paid to Paris, France. And on my first time going out of the country, I go to Paris and I get to see Paris and the countryside and Normandy. Both beautiful. Took the train, spent the first 4 days in Paris, then got on the train and took the train to Normandy and caught a cab to a real bed and breakfast. Not just an Airbnb, but this was a real traditional French bed and breakfast. I've never been at a real traditional bed and breakfast. And here I am at a French traditional bed and breakfast. Oh my God. Shout out to Jean Francois, or Jean Francois. That brother, one, was just like the nicest guy. Like he's the nicest guy. Just a sweet guy. Cooks. He has his beautiful home on this beautiful piece of land, with trees and green grass. I mean, it's the countryside. So it's just beautiful in this beautiful home. And he cooks breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And dinner is like dinner. It's like a 9-course meal. No lie. Like it was a 9-course meal. And everybody who comes to stay there, right? You can sign up for the dinner. Now the dinner is extra. You pay extra. You have a tab to tally at the end of your stay, but it don't break the bank at all. Like it was super affordable for the food that he was serving. Like it was super affordable. 9-course meal. There's an appetizer for each course. Like an appetizer for the appetizer and a dessert for each course. Like a small dessert. Then in each portion just got bigger. Like, oh my God, it was like I had never experienced anything like that before. But no, I wasn't. And when you're a city kid like myself, you have to be prepared because I'm going on this trip. I'm taking on someone else's reservations, and I don't really know what to expect. I'm just there, and Uh, I then uh, so I don't know what to say. So Normandy is a very, very, very small town, right? And so nothing's going on. There's like two restaurants in the city. This is a place where the homes there are sitting on like huge lots of land, right? So you don't really, it's not a place where you go out to eat. It's not like Paris. Paris is a place where it's nightlife. I mean, in Paris, it was 10 o'clock at night on a Monday and everybody was outside. And I'm walking around, I'm like, yo, it's Monday and it's 10 o'clock at night and everybody is outside. Like, that's the culture in Paris. Normandy is the polar opposite of that because there's no street lights. There's no, you know what I mean? There's no nightlife at all. When the sun go down, you in the house. Everybody's in the house. You know what I mean? So, and that was cool too, to have that. To be in the quiet. I sat outside on the front porch the first night I got to Normandy. And you guys have to excuse me. This past week, my allergies have been like kicking into gear, so I do apologize if I have a little cough attack or sound a little nasally. Um, um, I sat outside on the front porch, and just to take it in, there's no street light, so there's no light pollution at all. The stars are out. It's beautiful. Feels good. And then Jean-Francois comes to me and says, Brandon, I'm not even gonna try. I don't want to even try to do the French accent. Picture a French accent. And he says, Brandon, I'm gonna have to shut the porch lights off right now. He says, you're welcome to stay out here. I just have to turn the lights off. And when he turned, I was like, oh yeah, cool, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sitting outside, I'm enjoying it. I got me a cigar, got me a little glass of wine, and I'm just taking in the energy. You know what I mean? I'm just taking in the energy. And he shuts the lights off, and complete darkness. Like, I couldn't even see my hand in front of my face. That's how dark it was. And then out of nowhere, the stars start to pop out. Oh, yo, that was going to France was like the highlight of my trip. Now I'm now in Normandy, and I got the wedding was on a Saturday. I got to Normandy on a Wednesday afternoon. I got to France the Saturday prior. So I land in France Saturday around 1 o'clock. So I'm in France Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then I leave Paris to go to Normandy. I get to Normandy Wednesday, and I'm in Normandy from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I left from Normandy on Sunday. So, I get there Wednesday. I'm hanging out I'm checking out the stars. So Thursday, I meet with the bride and groom. I meet them for the first time because I haven't really officially met them like that. So the next day, that Thursday, I meet with them for a rehearsal. So I meet them and we have a rehearsal, and I'm rehearsing with the bride and groom. I'm rehearsing with the mom and son, and then I'm rehearsing with the dad and daughter. Now, the house where the wedding was literally less than 5 minute drive from where my bed and breakfast was. I can't call this place an Airbnb. This was no Airbnb. This was an official bed and breakfast. And for those who may not know, that's what Airbnb means. Bed and breakfast. I don't know. I had to throw it out there because some people just may not know. They just call it Airbnb and not know why it's called an Airbnb. But this was an official bed and breakfast. So the wedding was less than 5 minute drive from the bed and breakfast. And I pulled up. The bride and groom came and picked me up, and we drove over to the house. And they kept calling it the chateau. They said, "Oh yeah, we're going to go over to the chateau, have some lunch, and then we can have rehearsal." I'm like, "Cool." We drive, and we pull in to the chateau, and y'all, it's a castle. It's a castle. So they're getting married at the groom's grandparents' home. And the groom's grandparents' home is a castle. I'm not just saying it's a big house. It's a legit castle. Beautiful home. Built, I think the oldest portion of the house was built in the 13th century. Like, it had a watchtower where you climb up the watchtower and like look over the land. Remember, this is Normandy, France. This is a historical place. And we're in the watchtower. I mean, there's a watchtower. The where they had the dance floor and the DJ where that was going to be set up was an actual like firing tower. It had the stone pillars where you would hide behind and shoot or whatever have you, bow and arrows, like whatever it was an actual firing tower. Like, this home was a castle. It was and it sat on like acres of land. They had horses. The home has a lake in the front, like its own personal lake. They had a horse stable, like an actual stable. They even had well, I won't call him a stable boy, but a groundsman. You know what I mean? So, like, he took care of the property, the land of the property, and that was just his job. And a young cat too, like a young cat. And yeah, this place was just beautiful. Beautiful home. And it's a historical, I guess, it's a historical landmark to the city of Normandy. So I think once a month, either once a month or once every couple of months, something like that, or a couple times a year, they have to open up portions of the home to the public and give tours and give history of the home. So they add for a lot of the wedding party. There was a dinner where we had dinner, but before dinner we had they got a tour of the home and a little bit of the background and history historical history or the history of the home. I had got a private tour the day prior to that, so I took pictures. I mean, there was actually like a swastika in the watchtower. You could tell like a battle happened there because the bricks was all like there's like bricks all over the place. And if you've ever watched Saving Private Ryan, it's one of my favorite like military movies of that World War II era. So if you ever watch Saving Private Ryan, at the end of the movie, like there's a fight that takes place in the watchtower. And as I'm in this watch, and they're like fighting to the death in this watchtower in the movie. And then as I'm in the actual watchtower, that movie popped, like that scene pops into my head because it looks exact like they could have filmed it in this actual watchtower. And then there's an actual swastika carved into the wall of this watchtower. It's crazy. Like, I was just in awe of this place. So that was where the wedding was, at an actual castle. What else? So the wedding happens on Saturday. We do the rehearsals. Shout out to the bride and groom, Maddie and Teo. Maddie is from the States. Teo is from France. Shout outs to them. Beautiful wedding. Their wedding dance was beautiful. All the dances went well. It was a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I mean, everybody that came out was just sweet people. I mean, lovely, lovely people, man. And, you know, I was the only one there who did not know anybody. I didn't know anyone, but everybody knew who I was. Everybody knew who I was. And that's just because, like, I was the dance guy. The bride and groom, they were so locked in about making dance a part of their wedding. And the groom is not a dancer at all. Like, not a dancer at all. And everybody was worried about him. But I wasn't. But everybody was worried about him. And he really embraced it. He practiced. You could tell he started to have, like, gain even more of appreciation. Now, the Maddie, the bride, she's the dancer. She has a dance background. But Teo, he did not. So everybody was worried about him. But my man, he stepped up, took it serious, practiced every moment. Every time I saw him, he was showing me a different part of the dance. And you could tell that he's now going to embrace this and make this like a part of their thing. Like going out, going dancing, making dance a part of their marriage, so to speak. And I think that's the most like beautiful thing. The most beautiful thing. So yeah, it was everybody knew who I was. And you know, I was, you know, I'm in Paris, I'm in France, and if y'all know me out there, man, y'all know, you know, I get, when it comes to the clothes, man, I try to get busy. I try to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure I was on point. So I definitely overpacked. Which I knew I was going to do anyway. Like, overpack. I ended up paying extra because my bag, my free check-on was overweight. Knew that was going to happen. You know what I mean? I'd rather have too many clothes than not enough. And um, but it all worked out, man. And the day of the wedding, you know what I mean? I put it on him. I put it on him. I walked in and I had it. I was, dressed to the nines. You know what I mean, doing my thing. Everybody, I had to rock the paisley. I had to rock some paisley while I was in France. You know what I mean, because that's like a French culture print is that paisley. So and paisley is like one of my favorite prints. I have several things paisley in my closet. So yeah, man, I did my thing with that, man. Then just hit him with a nice little, little blue little blue 3-piece suit. You know what I mean? What I'm saying, shirt, no tie. I'm not a tie guy. I don't like ties. You know what I mean? I like to have the open collar. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I'm saying, little paisley, blue and white paisley shirt, you know what I mean, with the paisley prints, had handkerchiefs, had a double handkerchief, you know what I mean, so I had to have a handkerchief in the coat pocket, but it was a 3-piece suit, so I had a vest. So I also had to have a handkerchief, a different handkerchief, but still went with the whole outfit in the vest. So when you take your jacket off, you still, you know what I'm talking about? Everything's still like, oh, okay, I see what you did right there. So yeah. It was dope though, man. And then yeah, man, did that, and then they had one last brunch the day after the wedding, and I came back to Paris, and then was on my way back, man. That's when I had my last drink in Paris and came on back to the States. But and the flight was good. I flew Air France. Not a bad flight at all. I've had worse flights in the shorter distance. It's a 10-hour flight from here to there, straight flight. Um, but it wasn't a bad flight at all. I would fly Air France again if I'm going to Paris, and I will be going back because, excuse me, like I said, I still didn't get to do everything that I wanted to do. So yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back for sure. Paris, I'm coming back to you. Got to. But yeah, man, so that was my summer, man. It was dope. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I cannot complain, and now we're back. We back at it. You know what I mean? Fall 25. You know what I mean? Got a new group of youngsters. New group of youngsters to teach this culture to, do some hip hop with, man, and I can't wait to see what this next school year brings. So yeah, man, that's what we got going on. What else can we talk about? Let me grab my list. Let me see. Yeah, man. What I'm listening? What I was listening to this summer. Um, my summer jams. This person. I started listening to one of her songs. Actually in the spring, and then started listening to the album right at the top of the summer, and that was like my summer album, and that's Tidra Moses, who I have no idea how I miss this chick. Like she came out in the late '90s, right, and had stuff in the early 2000s, but I just really missed the whole Tidra Moses wave, and I rocked with her all summer long, right? She was the theme music for my summer. So yeah, Tidra Moses, look her up. All her stuff is dope. Um, I'm pretty sure what I was listening to was her second album. But yeah, that was my like summer playlist. You know what I mean? Pretty much. But I have been checking out new music, right? So who came out? Who dropped this summer? Um, Tyler the Creator dropped. So I listened to the last two Tyler the Creator albums. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm one, like, there's so many artists out there, right? I always say this in my class. There's so many artists out there, I can't keep up with all of them. And Tyler the Creator is not like a new artist, obviously. But it's hard, like in hip hop, for me to keep up with everybody. And I want to. But it's just hard. So Tyler the Creator is somebody who, like, I missed that wave too. Like I wasn't like on. I know that, like, I always knew the name, but I never could to pick a song. So this time I kept hearing about how dope his album was. I said, man, let me listen to this album. And yo, I'm a fan. I'm a fan now. I'm a fan. And it's hard to keep up with everything because a lot of the artists that I grew up in, and I preach this in my classes all the time too. A lot of artists I grew up with are also still making music. You know what I mean? Like, so I try to keep up with new cats, as many new cats as I possibly can. And obviously, like, I dropped the ball on a lot of them because there's a lot of dope ones out there that I just don't know about. And then I came across somebody dope who I don't hear about in media at all, period. You know what I mean? And I believe his name is Dante Hitchcock. And this dude is dope. Like, in my opinion, this brother is dope. Like, I like his music and I like his albums. And so he dropped the album this summer as well. So the last two Tyler the Creator albums I'm rocking with. And even not even just like on a listeners and hip hop perspective, just like listening to music, like as a dancer, like I'm rocking with Tyler the Creator. Like I'm like, okay, I'm listening to his album and things are starting to happen up here, and I'm like, okay, all right. And that's usually the thing I be looking for when I'm listening to artists and listening to albums. I'm a dancer, so naturally I'm looking for those dance cuts. I'm looking for that music that's gonna like spark some creative thought in my brain and make me start to move a certain way. So Tyler Creator definitely did that with the last two albums that I've been listening to. So yeah, I'm a fan of that now. Like really, really dope album. Like I said, Dante Hitchcock, just as a listener, like that's just his albums are really dope. He dropped this summer as well. Who else? Sierra. I just listened to the new Sierra. Sierra just dropped one. Just listen to that. Yo, you know, when I first started doing this whole choreography thing and dancing and like creating, there were certain artists that I went to, like they were my go-to. Like Sierra was one of my go-tos. I knew I wasn't gonna get let down because I knew that because she's a dancer as well. So they tend to make music for that purpose. Artists who are like dancers have a love for dance, and they have a sound. So there's a sonic sound that they want to have in their music because they also want to make people move because they also just have a love for dance. So Sierra used to be a go-to. Usher was a go-to. Chris Brown was a go-to. Missy was a go-to. Like for at least like a good, man, I'm gonna say at least a good 10-year run. At least a good 10-year run. I could count on one of them to just give me them dance cuts. Just give me them like them joints. That was like, yeah, I can like, and it just would naturally start to spark something up here as a creator myself, and was naturally just spark something to be like, all right, cool, yeah, I could do something to this. But then it got the slim pickings, and I wasn't hearing anything. So I say all that to say that Sierra's, uh, there's certain artists that after their second album, I wasn't getting that feeling from them anymore. And then you have to deal with in hip hop, like hip hop is constantly evolving and changing all the time. So movement started to change, the way people create started to change, like started to dance, which when it comes to creating and dancing, I'm not one who follows the trend. If you're a choreographer, find out who you are as a choreographer and stick to that. That's what I do. But the music has to move me. I'm music motivated. I can't just create anything. I'm music motivated. So the music has to move me. And like after Sierra's second album, after Chris Brown's second album, I just wasn't getting that sound anymore. Sierra, I think, just fell in love and just really started making like love songs, which happy for her. Do your thing. I get it. So this album that she just dropped got a couple cuts on it, but it's still more on the side of that slow. And here's the wave right now where dance is. And I've been watching, like I watch stuff on social media, like not so much TikTok, but more Instagram. That's where I see a lot of the feed. And I'm the type that if I see a video on Instagram of like some class or, excuse me, some group of people dancing, I don't turn the sound on. I just watch the choreography. And if the choreography looks dope enough, then I hit play or hit the sound button so then I can hear what they're moving to. And almost every time, 9 times out of 10, nowadays what I'm hearing, I'll see the movement first, and then when I hit the sound button, I'm like, they're doing that movement to that song, and it's almost like this slow song, this song with like this, not a slow song, but it's not a upbeat, pushing the beat or lively beat sonically. It's more of a mellow sounding song on the mid tempo style, but the dancers are dancing double time to a lot of the music, so the energy doesn't necessarily match the song. So it's almost like a double time movement to a monotone or time signature song. And I think, and that's the wave I've been seeing lately. Not really my bag, but that's the music that's coming out. You know what I mean? Chris Brown is on that. To me, Chris Brown's second album, the album with Wall to Wall on it, is his best album. To me, that's his best album. Like, it's an easy listen, top to bottom. Musically, it's just like, it just has this sonic, full sound. That's just the production on it is just, and I think the Runners did that album, production wise, and yeah, that album to me is like his best sounding album for me. And the same thing for Sierra. Her second album is her best sounding album to me. Like an easy listen from beginning to end. But she got a couple cuts on this last album that she just did, and I might create 1 or 2 joints off of that one. So we'll see. Like I said, Tyler the Creator definitely got some joints on there. I listened to Chris Brown's album that he dropped, and I'm gonna be honest, man, it's just everybody's on this Afro beats. Everybody want to do an Afro beat song. So everybody, like, and I think Chris, if this is the same album, his last album has a lot of that on there. And I'm like, all right, cool, but it's just not giving me what I want from it. So yeah. What else? Who else dropped? Let me see. Let me check my notes. Who else dropped? Oh, JID just dropped the album. This one for me as a dancer. So my channel is dedicated to the dancers. So I approach everything from that mindset. But I'm also just a hip hop head, just a lover of hip hop, right? So JID just dropped the album. I'm a fan of JID, so his album is dope. I mean, he's an album of the year contender right now. So JID just dropped. Chance the Rapper just dropped, and I gave that one a listen. I only given it one listen. I got to give it another listen. But off the one listen, I was like, oh, this is dope. This is a really dope album. So Chance just dropped a really, really dope album. What else? Who else? Oh yeah, Offset. The Offset album. The Offset album is dope. Gave that one a listen. I gave that one a listen in the truck, in my car. I had to put that one through the car speakers and sat outside one night, light up a cigar, and just let that one play. Easy listen. Easy listen. Love it. Love it. Nice, easy listen. The Summer Nights album. For me, Larry June and 2 Chainz. I mentioned this on the video before when it first came out, because that album dropped last spring. That album dropped last spring. But, oh my God. A summer night by the fire, chilling outside, and throw Larry June and 2 Chainz on. Yo. And then Larry June and not Larry June, but so it's Larry June, 2 Chainz, and Alchemist did the production. Yo. That Larry June and 2 Chainz on the Alchemist Productions, fire. Summer Nights, fire. Oh man, it's dope. If you just chilling, blowing one, you know what I mean? If that's what you do, sipping on a little something, and you just chilling, Larry June, 2 Chainz, fire over the Alchemist beats. Larry June, 2 Chainz over the Alchemist beats, dope. And then Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist did drop the album this summer too. Same vibe. It's on that same vibe. Like Alchemist just has this vibe. The Alchemist vibe when it comes to the beats is like cruising in a Chevy. You know what I'm saying? On if you're in the West Coast on PCH in a Chevy, late night, summer night, windows down, and it's just cruising. Like I only want to listen to him at night because it's that nocturnal vibe, like that nighttime vibe. So yeah, not Larry June, but Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist dropped one. That album is fire as well. And then Alchemist did one with Erykah Badu. Have not listened to that one yet. I need to give that one a listen. I will give that one a listen and come back and tell y'all about it. But I have not listened to that one yet as well. But those Alchemist beats, oh man, fire. Yeah, it like real grown folks music, grown folks hip hop, and like I like that. I'm here for it. What else, man? Who else dropped? I said Offset. Offset was dope. Really, really dope. And apparently, Cardi's about to drop. So we'll see what that be about once that drops. So yeah, man. Yeah. Yo, I've been watching. Like I'm a fan of the Joe Budden podcast, and I was watching Chance the Rapper on the Joe Budden podcast, and Joe Budden asked Chance the Rapper a question, and it's a question that I've actually been like asking myself, and just like posing this as like a question to hip hop, right? And not to get like too political on this channel, but the question Joe Budden asked Chance the Rapper, and like I would be one of those people who would like play the clip. Like this would be the point where I like play the clip. One thing I don't want to do with this channel, I don't want to be one of those channels that get clicks from other people's channels. So you got a bunch of people on YouTube that's just like doing like reaction or commentary on other bigger channels and podcasts. I don't want to be one of those. So I don't want it to be like clickbaity type of thing for me and my channel. But I will, just speak on it and tell you what it was. So it's the Joe Budden podcast, and Chance the Rapper's on there. So Joe Budden asked Chance the Rapper, does he think, and I'm paraphrasing, I may not get this question completely accurate, but does hip hop play a part in having the president of the United States? It was somewhere along that line. Or is hip hop responsible for the president that we have in the United States? Meaning, and when they further talked about that, more so speaking on the people of hip hop that I guess supported Donald Trump and like did things or rallies or showed their face at rallies or there was events, where both them and Donald Trump was there. And that's what they were talking about. I think that's where they were really getting at with that. But I thought the question, the way he posed it at first, was interesting because it's a question that I always, or it's a statement that I actually make, that hip hop, and when Joe Budden said it, he said not just rappers, but like hip hop media, hip hop culture, everything that falls under the umbrella of hip hop. And see, that's my question. My question is, and my statement is, that hip hop has the power to put a president in place. Hip hop, excuse me. Hip hop has the power to do that. And I don't know why hip hop doesn't. Here's what I mean by that. And when I say hip hop, I'm using it like that. Not just music or hip hop rappers or hip hop artists. I'm talking about the culture of hip hop, which is much broader than just music, right? When you talk about hip hop culture, you're talking about the music business as well, artists, the whole construct, the the media, all of the hip hop media, um, athletes, those athletes that fall under hip hop culture, and you know those athletes. You know the athletes that when you see them, they're with the rappers. They're with, you know what I mean? They're hanging out with those people in the hip hop industry. Like, they're hip hop. Like, prime example, back in the day when Allen Iverson was playing, you knew Allen Iverson was hip hop. He was a he's a basketball player, he's an athlete for the 76ers. But when you saw Allen Iverson, everything about him read hip hop. So that's what I mean when it comes like to athletes, right? In basketball, baseball, football, across all sports, the fashion industry, all the hip hop fashion brands, like everything that's under hip hop. Hip hop is so influential and so big in such and is a $1 billion market. It definitely has the power to encourage and back a presidential election. And I don't know why hip hop doesn't do that as a whole, as a culture, as a community. And I say that because every presidential election, you have these candidates coming to hip hop culture, coming on hip hop channels, hip hop media to get that black and or minority vote. So when Joe Budden asked that question, I just thought it was just so funny, because then I'm like, oh my God, this is the same thing I've been saying. So they're gonna, because anybody, any candidate, they always come to those channels. They either go on the Breakfast Club or they go to, like Kamala Harris went on All the Smoke podcast, which is basketball, you know what I'm saying, former basketball players, but of hip hop culture. You know what I mean? You even have Obama on, he wasn't running for anything, but the mere fact that he was on the Pivot podcast, which is another like black media hip hop, you know what I mean, relevant media outlet podcast. So they're going to come to us anyway, because we make up a large part of that vote. Why doesn't hip hop just go ahead and say, yo, we like what you're doing, come together, we like what you're doing with the candidate, we like your views, this and that, policies, boom, boom, boom. We want to back you. And I think, like, because it's no different from what the corporate companies do for whoever they have as a candidate. It's the same thing. So we probably should just follow suit. I'm just saying, not getting deep into like whole politic thing, because that's not what this channel is about. But when I heard that, and I heard Joe Budden ask Chance the Rapper that question, and I'm waiting to see how Chance the Rapper is going to answer that question, because that is how I would answer it. I'm like, I don't know why we haven't been doing this. This is something we should be doing, and doing it in a like real way, just like corporate America does it for whoever they have elected or a candidate that they want to run for president. But I have a whole bunch of different views on that. I'm also big on hyper-local rather than presidential candidacy. Everybody should be going on hyper-local and stuff like that, and really getting into your, who's your city council and who's your mayors and who's your governors and who's your senators. really going local, school board superintendents. Like I do think like we have to. That's where we really make change. But that's on a whole different tangent. But I just like I said, I heard Joe Budden. I'm a fan of the Joe Budden. Shout out to Joe Budden podcast. And I thought that was a really interesting question, and it's something that I've just always been saying, and I hadn't heard anybody say it for real, like with a big voice. So it was just interesting to hear that. Yo, what else, man? What are the goals? What goals do we have for this year? It's a new year. But start off fall 25. What goals do you have for this year? Set your goals. As dancers, especially, I'm always talking to my dancers out there. Artists, dancers. What are the plans, man? We're gonna talk a lot about that this year. You know what I mean? We're gonna set some goals. I'm gonna try to start dropping more information about things about like auditions, agency auditions, gigs, different cultural topics, as far as or dance related topics that'll help us, for those of us who are trying to like really get into the business, dance companies, you know what I mean? So we're gonna try to be dropping more information about that on this channel. But yeah, man, just checking in, saying welcome back. This will be the first episode of the Everyday Shuffle. Is the name of the channel, Everyday Shuffle, but it is the Talented Brandon J YouTube channel. So yeah, man, gonna be dropping more videos. This is the first one of the fall 25, man. Let me know about your goals, what goals you have, and really, let me know if you got questions about anything. I'm also like wanting y'all, especially my people who just graduated, right? Some of y'all just graduated, and you may have questions. This may be the only medium. You know what I mean? Those of y'all who are like really tight with me, who know me, y'all still got my number. Y'all can hit me up anytime. But also for those who don't know me like that, and this is our medium, I'm hoping that these videos are reaching other schools and people of other dance programs. Got questions, man, let me know. Hit me up about anything. Industry, dance, the culture. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. I'm trying to create dialogue and exchange and topics, and and this is a place where I want us to talk about it, man. And any way I can help, I will help. I can do a lot from with the students I have in my classroom, but like I always say, this channel is a way for me to extend that reach and maybe help some of those that I don't get to see on a week-to-week basis in the classroom. So come through, subscribe to the channel, man. Check us out. Watch the videos. I'm going to be dropping more stuff like this every Friday. And yeah. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get it popping. We're going to get it going. What we got? Other than that, man, summer's been great. I'm feeling good, man. Other than these allergies, I do apologize. Other than these allergies, man, I'm feeling good. Feeling ready to get back into it. Soon I'll be dropping church announcements. I also dance professionally too, so gigs will be coming up for me. So when I got gigs coming up, man, I'll drop those church announcements and let y'all know about all the ways you guys can probably come and support if you want to come support, watch the show, and whatever show I got going on. I know we got a couple things happening. Obviously, probably the first thing for me, the thing I do every year is the Nutcracker. So I'll be doing that, and when that's popping off, I'll let you guys know, so you can come and check that out. Doing some other things. I know there's some other stuff happening with the company. I'll let you guys know as that's coming up. And yeah, Other than that, man, I think I'm good. I think I got it. First video, just wanted to welcome back, see how everybody's doing, and say, man, I'm happy to be here. Can't wait to drop more of these and talk with you guys. And till next time, man, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the rest of you, whatever you got going on. If you do anything fun or cool, let me know. Drop it in. We can talk about it. And other than that, peace and love, man. Keep your head up. Stay focused. Set a goal and work towards that goal, no matter what happens. Just because you know what I mean, things may happen. My grandmama always said, just because you fall don't mean you have to waddle. You get up, dust yourself off, keep it pushing. You dig what I'm saying? So, whatever goals you got, just keep that at focus, keep that at the forefront, and you can do anything that you want to do, man. Especially in this dance world, man. A lot of times I get a lot of dancers that say, "Oh man, I want to do this, but I feel like I just can't right now, or I'm not good enough, I'm not that, I'm not this." Go take them classes, go do those auditions, man. Do it. Get up, go do it. Don't wait. Don't wait. Get it done. So, other than that, yeah, man. Till next time, peace and love. Have a great weekend. One.